Okay, I think we're all set then. Thank you for your patience and welcome to this Meet the Candidates night with candidates running in Mishawaka's municipal or citywide election. On November 7th is official election day, and you'll be able to cast your ballots for your choices for mayor, city council, and city clerk. And we're delighted to have many of those candidates. So welcome to Mayor.
Thank you very much, and thank you especially to Elizabeth, the American Democracy Project, League of Women Voters, and the Political Science Club and Mammolenti. It's an important gift that you all are giving our community. It has been my highest honor of my life to serve as Mishawaka Mayor over the past 13 years. Together, we've achieved some extraordinary accomplishments. Under our leadership, we've seen remarkable growth in our economy and major improvements throughout the city, including major upgrades to our infrastructure, our city services, and quality of life. Together, we continue to build a community that future generations can be proud of. One that is a very desirable place in which to live, to work, to raise a family, to play, and to retire. We're a safe community, a vibrant community, a place many of our citizens have sought out to be their hometown for a lifetime. Mishawaka is citizen-focused and community-centered, where families stay to grow and businesses come to thrive. Small-town values combined with our flourishing city bring big opportunities. At the core of who we are in Mishawaka, we have a shared set of common-sense values, and we collectively live them out each and every day. We live in an ever-changing world, and Mishawaka plans to move with it, but let me be clear, our Mishawaka hometown values are unnegotiable and are not subject to change, not here, not ever. We will remain unapologetically Mishawaka. We will adapt to changing times while upholding our unchanging Princess City values. Together, we should be proud to know that on a year-to-year basis, Mishawaka is performing better than our surrounding communities. Population growth and business expansions have created record-breaking new construction throughout Mishawaka. Since I've been mayor, there have been many changing trends, but there is one metric that I have always believed is most important to cities: population. It is the single biggest indicator about whether a community is growing, succeeding, thriving, struggling, or dying. According to the U.S. 20 Census, Mishawaka is in fact growing over 6%, taking us above the 50,000 mark for the first time in our city's 190-year history, which makes us the fastest growing city in north central Indiana. But why is this happening? Simply put, in today's world, people can choose to live anywhere they want and usually pick the place they want to live in even before selecting a career. We will continue to focus on attracting people to the Princess City through our strategic quality of life investments. And there is no public safety provided by local government more vital than public safety. And here in Mishawaka, it is priority number one. Indeed, it is our only service where those who serve are willing to put themselves in harm's way for those that they serve. Under my leadership, we have put your money where our mouths are. The Mishawaka Police Department and the Mishawaka Fire Department represent the biggest departments in Mishawaka government in terms of money allocated in our budget and number of employees. That's because we value your safety and security above all else. As mayor, one of the accomplishments that I am most proud of is the fact that overall crime has decreased 11 of my 13 years in office. Mishawaka will continue to hire the best officers that we can find, equip them with the latest equipment, facilities, training, while providing competitive pay and benefits. And I can confidently say that we have the best of the best working right here for you in the Princess City. But we mustn't rest on our laurels. As of January 1, thanks to a creative new staffing model that we developed in partnership with the FOP and the council, we will have more officers in your neighborhood at any given point in time, and they will be among the highest paid officers in the state of Indiana, allowing us to continue to attract the best of the best. But elections are about the future. My priorities going forward include offering city services and utilities that are second to none, including public safety that every citizen can have total confidence in, with more police officers on the street to keep up with our ever-growing city, a fourth full-time ambulance in deployment and full permanent service, and responding to ever-increasing medical service calls, and a new fire station to replace our old station number 2. Utilities you can totally take for granted, with lights that always stay on, an unlimited supply of clean, safe drinking water on demand, and wastewater that a department that strives to keep our river clean while fighting burdensome, unfunded mandates and increasing your utility bills. Excellent infrastructure with roads that are well cared for from plowing to paving. Smart economic growth that keeps service levels high while keeping your tax burden low. Smart economic growth that keeps service levels high. Continual development and redevelopment of our downtown into a mixed-use architecturally significant pedestrian-friendly gathering place for all families to enjoy. Redevelopment of the former Dodge and 100 Center sites. Quality of life focus with great parks, and not just the big ones, but parks like those too. More housing, market value, single family, multifamily, affordable, luxury, senior. We want it all. To tap into the talents of our youth, to educate them about local government, let them have an active role in building their community through expansion of my most important initiative, the Mayor's Youth Advisory Council, and improving our everyday government services so that they're not just the best in the region, but the best anywhere. With your support and a great team of public servants that I have assembled, we are up to the task, and I believe with all of my heart that Mishawaka's best days are ahead of us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mayor Wood. We will turn next to Louann Hazen. We will hear from the candidates for Mishawaka City Clerk. We'll hear first from Louann Hazen, who is running as a Republican.
My name is Louann Hazen, and I'm running for Mishawaka City Clerk. I was raised in Mishawaka and attended Mishawaka schools. I've been married to my husband, Tony, for 48 years, and we have 4 children and 10 grandchildren who also are being raised in Mishawaka. My husband and I have owned a small chain of convenience store fast food businesses over the past 2 decades, giving me vast business experience, and for 11 and a half years, I had the honor of working in the City of Mishawaka Mayor's Office. While in the Mayor's Office, I built relationships with the Mishawaka citizens and businesses to positively promote and grow the City of Mishawaka. I am a great communicator, and people knew if they had a question, they could come to me for the answer. I knew that my experience and skills would make me an excellent clerk in the City of Mishawaka Clerk's Office, and this is the reason I made the decision to run. I knew that I could bring the office and its employees to the next level of customer service. I know that my business experience and municipal government experience will make me a great clerk. I ran a very successful business, taking care of all record-keeping, HR rules, and any licensing needed on local, state, and federal levels. I have certifications in many different areas, as we all do in our different professions, and was always told by our accountant, Tony Violi, that he couldn't believe how well my records were kept, pristine and organized. While serving in the Mayor's Office, I gained a deep understanding of how the City of Mishawaka operates and how it can be improved. I was one of the adult coordinators for the Mayor's Youth Council, positively impacting over 300 students, teaching them about community service, local government, and leadership. I was instrumental in the evolution of this group, helping to make it the best in the state of Indiana, one that is modeled throughout the state. My top priorities for the office would include holding quarterly voter registration events to get more people registered to vote, starting with the local high schools, Mishawaka, Penn, and Marion. Some say voting is a fundamental right, some say it's a privilege, and some say it's your duty. I say getting people registered to vote is the first step in getting people to realize the importance of voting and local elections. As it is often said, the local level of government is the government that touches and impacts your lives the most on a daily basis. I would continue to be involved in the community. The Mishawaka Business Association, Inspire Mishawaka, Mishawaka Food Pantry, and in the Mishawaka schools. I know that junior achievement classes are always looking for people to mentor mentor and teach students. And as the Mishawaka City Clerk, I think that this would be a great opportunity to teach JA classes to the elementary students and continue community service at this level. Customer service, bringing this office to the next level of customer service. My expertise is working with people, young and old alike, providing the highest level of customer service possible. I want to be the office that people know they can call to get answers and results. My office would take the time to listen, and if we could not help them, we would make sure to direct them to the department that would help them or answer their questions. My office would follow up to make sure they were taken care of, serve the people who have elected you. I am definitely the best candidate for the office of Mishawaka City Clerk. I can bring professionalism, kindness, excellent customer service, fiscal responsibility, transparency, and good attendance to the office. I would bring positive change by empowering the city clerk employees to better support the citizens, council, and administration. I understand that city government exists to better the lives of the citizens. I have been blessed by Mishawaka my entire life, a place where I've raised a family, grown successful businesses, and served the community. I'm now ready to apply my skill set to the Mishawaka City Clerk's office and give back to the community that has given me and my family so much. Voelker and Hazen for Mishawaka City Clerk on or before November 7th.
Thank you very much, Louann. We hear next from Debbie Ladyga-Block, who is running as a Democrat.
First, I'd like to thank the organizers of tonight's event and tell them how much I appreciate them doing this. And I know we are all here to hear what each office has to offer, each candidate has to offer. And what I have to offer to you tonight is my 32 years of experience as the Mishawaka City Clerk. It's been my honor, my pleasure. I've worked very hard to maintain the office. I've earned all the credentials that can be had by a municipal clerk. I am an Indiana accredited municipal clerk and just received my advanced accreditation. I am only the third in the state of Indiana of over 500 cities and towns to have done that. I'm also a certified municipal clerk and a master municipal clerk. My office has always been transparent. My office has always been open to the public. Each one of you that have come to the Mishawaka Clerk's office have received the most professional and knowledgeable care that you could have. I offer to you so much that I've done in the community. Just the last few years, I've worked so hard to help Trooptown, which is a homeless vets town that they're proposing by the VFW. I helped to facilitate that and bring it to the city of Mishawaka. I also helped facilitate bringing back this year's Memorial Day parade that has not been had since COVID. I've done other things in the community that I could expound on, but I will tell you that I have that list over in the contractor's office on the table. I worked hard with the administration and with the council to make sure that all of their council meetings are transparent. I think the most important thing for the city clerk to be able to do is to know what the city clerk's job is. The city clerk's job is not to cast a vote. The city clerk's job is not to run elections. The city clerk is to help all of those things, but that's not part of the state statute. Our office, the city clerk's office, is dictated by state statute. So trying to do more than that is really an admirable thing, and I think I've done that over the last 32 years. I didn't just start to do community volunteerism. I have a track record of over 40 years of volunteerism in the Mishawaka community. I ask for your continued support, and please know that the city clerk's office is open and transparent and ready to serve you in any way that we can. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Debbie. Next, we will hear from the candidates running for Mishawaka Common Council at large. These are candidates who are running citywide, and each voter will be able to pick their 3 favorite candidates. Lacy Hahn, Gregg, Hixenbaugh, and Mammolenti are running on the Democratic ticket. Maggie Demaegd, Gloria Neidbalski, and Portolese-Miller are running on a Republican ticket, but you do not have to necessarily vote for all of your candidates of the same party. So you will hear from all of them here tonight, and we will go in alphabetical order, starting with Maggie Demaegd.
Hi, I'm Maggie Demaegd. I am your current Mishawaka Town Councilwoman at large. I am also your neighbor, your colleague. I sit next to you while we cheer on our student athletes. I work beside you as we do community work and volunteerism. My life experiences have been varied. I was a bookseller and worked in publishing. I worked in horticulture. I've been a teen mom and worked in security at the U.S. Embassy, New Delhi, India. I have traveled the world and I have seen amazing things. And I've met amazing people. But Mishawaka is my home. I am running for re-election. 4 years ago, I was told it couldn't be done. There wasn't a chance. I worked, I knocked on doors, I spoke to Mishawakans everywhere I went. I got to know them, and they me. In the end, citizens of Mishawaka put their trust in me, and I hit the ground running, and I have not stopped. I keep my constituents informed about the little things, the road closures, track repairs, trash and leaf pickup, and about the big things, crime, city planning, and where your tax dollars are being spent. The little and big things that affect our everyday lives. I'm running for re-election because this is my home, and I want to continue to make Mishawaka, as Mayor Bob Buter would say, America's best hometown. So what qualifies me to serve? In all my experience, I have found building relationships, maintaining respect, and caring and trust are the surest way of getting things done. I bring these qualities to the council and that benefit my constituents and their families. I have listened to and acted on the concerns of my constituents, such as issues in the West End concerning crime and neighborhood decline. In the town and country estates and their neighbors to the west, where I knocked on every door and spoke with and listened to residents about the rezoning issues there. And currently, in Hooligan Heights and Normain Heights, where they're dealing with their own neighborhood concerns. It's not always a matter of listening certain qualities. It's not a matter of listing certain qualities as corrected in the questions that were given, but a matter of what you've learned from your life experiences, how you use those experiences to serve others. I believe I have served my constituency well in the past 4 years, and I am very qualified. I hope citizens of Mishawaka feel the same way. So what are my top priorities? There are a couple of them. First, I will continue to serve the people of Mishawaka as I have since I took office in 2020, with integrity, honesty, and transparency. I will continue to encourage and be responsive to my constituents. Involvement in their neighborhoods and schools. It's a priority that I continue to work to keep my momentum going for the citizens of Mishawaka. And the second priority is also one of Mishawaka's biggest challenges, and that is maintaining a fiscally sound budget. With the recent major expansions of new growth and maintaining of some of the parts of the city, some of which are 100 years old, there must be clearly close. I'm just going to skip on to something else. I'm going to tell you why you should vote for me. In the past 4 years, I have served this council. I have been forthright, transparent, and engaged. Someone running for a council seat who makes empty campaign promises cannot, by themselves, rid a city of homelessness and crime. It takes a concerted effort with the council, the administration, the city departments such as police and fire to bring forth solutions, and it is usually a slow and meticulous process. I have on many occasions been there with my constituents working on neighborhood issues from beginning to end, making sure that they know that they have a voice, that they are heard. And I am asking for the support of the citizens of Mishawaka to allow me to continue to serve them. Thank you.
Thank you, Maggie Demaegd. Next we hear from Lacy, Hahn.
Thank you, League of Women Voters, for hosting tonight. This is awesome. I've been involved in one of these forums before when I was on the township board, and I'm really happy that they do this. So again, Lacy Hahn. I am a born and raised Mishawaka girl, Mishawaka High School, USB. I'm a mother of 2 small children who I'm raising on the west end of Mishawaka, not too far from here. We both go to schools in Mishawaka, so I always tell people I'm here for the duration, right, until they're older. Hopefully they never leave me, but we'll see. I'm a small business owner, a role that I never thought I would have, but I've been doing that now for about 4 years and I'm really loving it. And I'm a passionate Mishawaka citizen, so I'm very involved, and that's one of the reasons why I'm running, is that's just who I am, right? I'm involved in the Mishawaka Food Pantry, the West End Neighborhood Watch Group, Mishawaka Business Association, and that's just something that I've done for several years now. It's not because I'm running for city council or because I want to be elected. That's just the person that I am. I like to know what's going on. I like to be that person who my neighbors can call and say, Lacy, what's going on with this? You know, and I can give them an answer. I really enjoy that. So I'm very accessible. You know, they can send me a text, an email, social media message, and they know that I will be getting back to them and I will have an answer. And if I don't have the answer, I can direct them to somebody who does. Very transparent. Like I said, I'm friends with, you know, most of my neighbors. They know me by name. They know what I do. And I'm passionate about my city. I have experience. As I said, I run a small business. My background is primarily in marketing and sales. So I think I bring some different ideas to some things that we can do in the city. As most of you know, our Parks Department has done some great events. And over the few years, and I really have enjoyed working with them and sharing ideas with them. And I'd love to do that a little bit more. My family's from here, so a lot of you know my last name may be familiar. My family owns Pond Funeral Home, but my grandmother actually operated a small children's clothing store in downtown Mishawaka. So small business is just kind of in my blood. It's what I've always done, and it's always been Mishawaka small business. So this is kind of just another way for me to help that community. If you've seen any of my flyers or followed me on any social media, you'll know my 3 pillars are safety, small business, and tradition. You know, the mayor did touch on a little bit on being unapologetically Mishawaka, and that's something that I understand and I feel passionately about and would like to continue and instill in my children. And as a growing city, you know, we have a lot of people that are moving to Mishawaka. Maybe you're from here and don't know what, you know, being from Mishawaka means, and just kind of making sure that we're letting them know who we are and how they can be, which is caring for your neighbor, be caring about your city, all that good stuff. And then, again, the reason why I feel like I would do great in this position is not only because I'm already doing a lot of things that I think will require a city councilwoman, you know, being involved, sitting on boards, going to meetings, but I'm very accessible. I am always going to answer the phone, always going to return that text, I'm always going to have an answer for you, or like I said, be able to direct you to someone who may have that answer. I'm passionate. I will be here for the long haul. Anybody who knows me knows I'm on the west end of Mishawaka, which is a historic neighborhood with a lot of historic buildings and a lot of historic businesses. So I'm passionate about keeping that neighborhood safe as well as other neighborhoods throughout the city. The West End and Twin Branch are a few of the only neighborhoods that have neighborhood watches, so I would like to see the council maybe do a little bit to encourage that in other neighborhoods, because I know it's given our neighborhood a really good chance to know each other, and we've seen many beneficial outcomes to working together and working with our police and fire. So again, safety. I was on the Township Board, as I mentioned, and when I was there, I got to know a lot of our firefighters and what they need. I was able to get a new fire station built, and I'm working currently with the Mishawaka firefighters and hoping that we can make sure that they are trained and have good recruits and have all that stuff so they can keep us safe. And again, I'm just a passionate Mishawaka citizen, and I like to take the next step and be the next Mishawaka City Councilwoman. Thank you.
Democrat Gregg Hixenbaugh.
Well, good evening. It's nice to see everybody tonight. Let me add my thanks to all those who made this evening possible. In particular, I want to thank whoever it was who made the decision to choose this site for tonight's event. Since for no other reason, this is my old elementary school, and I don't think I have a chance to visit it. By way of background, I am a lifelong Mishawaka resident, and I have been married to my wife, Louann, for the past 33 years. I have two sons who are in their 20s, Mitch and Mike, and I'm proud to say that they have both chosen to continue to live in the city of Mishawaka. I am, in my day job, an attorney and a human resources consultant, and in the past have served as a central office administrator for the school city of Mishawaka. I'm completing my 17th year of service on the council, and during that time, I've had the privilege of serving as the council president for 7 years total. That must be my magnetic personality. And then that includes the past 4 years where I've served as the council president. I'm seeking re-election because Mishawaka has been good to me and my family, and I feel an obligation to continue to give back to this community. I also want to do everything I can to make sure that Mishawaka is the place that all of our sons and daughters choose to live, work, and raise their families in, just as my children have done. Finally, I'm proud of the many good things that are occurring in Mishawaka. And at the same time, I believe that there remains a great deal of work for us to do. In order for that to occur, I believe that we need to have effective and experienced leadership in office in order to keep the positive momentum going. I am confident that my qualifications will allow me to continue to serve as a member of the council. I have the leadership skills and personal qualities that are required to fill the role. I'm committed to the fair treatment of all of our residents, and I'm not afraid to make difficult decisions when necessary. I believe that my professional background and training as an attorney allows me to add to the work of the council in a positive fashion, and I'm committed to asking questions and raising issues when it's appropriate, but I have always prided myself on being willing to work with my colleagues in the council and the administration in the best interests of the city of Mishawaka. In terms of my priorities, if I'm fortunate enough to be re-elected, they will be exactly the same as they were on the first day that I took office. I think you're going to hear from both local politicians, their commitment and their understanding of the fact that public safety is the #1 responsibility of those in office. And I take great pride in the work that I've done to support public safety in Mishawaka throughout my career. In particular, as Mayor Wood mentioned, we're embarking upon a very exciting new staffing model for our police department, and I was proud to play a leadership role in enacting that 12-hour shift structure, which will not only benefit our police officers, but will allow our citizens to receive even better public safety services in the future. I'm also proud of the work that we've done to provide the equipment and training and support to our firefighters and our paramedics in Mishawaka, and it's exciting to see the construction of a new fire station on McKinley and the other things that are ongoing with regard to public safety in our community. I'm a strong believer in common sense economic development and doing what we can as a municipality to support job creation. But at the same time, all of that must be balanced with a continuing focus on the needs of our traditional neighborhoods so that everyone in Mishawaka benefits by the good things that are happening throughout our community. And last but not least, I believe that those of us in municipal government have an obligation to support education in our community. Not only because it equips our citizens with the skills that they need in order to provide for themselves and their families, but it also equips them with the skills that they need to serve as participants in our democracy. So in conclusion, I will thank you for your attention and leave you with these final thoughts. I learned a long time ago that both in the law and politics, it's dangerous to make too many promises. But what I can promise you is the following. If I'm fortunate enough to be re-elected, I will always do the homework that's required with regard to all the issues that come before the council. I will always keep an open mind and listen to the opinion of others, and I will always base all my decisions based solely upon what's best for Mishawaka. So thank you again for your time and your attention this evening.
Thank you very much to Gregg Hixenbaugh. Next we hear from the 33 Democrats running for the at-large position on the Mishawaka Common or City Council. Mammolenti.
Good evening, and special thanks to the Political Science Club, ADP, and LWV for organizing this great event, and also thank you to Mishawaka Parks and Recreation for providing the Hotel Center this evening. As introduced, my name is Matt Mammolenti, and I'm running for Mishawaka City Council at-large seat. On or before November 7th, you will see some of our names on the ballot. Tonight, I would like to explain why you should vote for me, Matt Mammolenti. After graduating from the University of Notre Dame, I had the opportunity to work anywhere in the United States, but I decided to stay home here in Mishawaka. Thankfully so, because I met my beautiful wife, Katie. I get to raise my 3 very active children, and I get to work for a city I love dearly. I am currently serving my 12th year on the council. I have been elected council president in 2014 and 2018, and have served on most committees. I truly love this job. I find great passion helping to create a clean and safe environment for our families. I want to continue to create a business-friendly city where businesses want to locate and recent graduates want to stay and eventually raise a family. I want families to feel extremely safe walking around this beautiful city, and I want our students to experience an excellent education while feeling safe and protected in our wonderful school corporation. As previously mentioned, I've been unanimously elected to serve as the council president 2 separate years. I strongly believe the strongest asset within the council is working together. While I was president, I assigned committees to comprise of both parties. I continue to seek their input, along with the mayor's administration. The best government is a government that works together. Excuse me. A large responsibility is to listen to my constituents. Their feedback is vital and an enormous factor in my decisions. On several occasions, before a big vote, we often host public meetings to allow residents to informally ask as many questions as they wish. Another form to seek feedback from residents is through neighborhood meetings. Through my 12 years of serving in this great city, I have hosted and co-hosted nearly 100 neighborhood watch meetings. I have done these since day one, and I will continue as long as I'm in office. Since taking office in 2012, public safety has and will continue to be my top priority. I sit on the wage committee for both police and fire departments. While being fiscally mindful to the entire city, I want to ensure our first responders are paid a very competitive wage, properly trained, and equipped for every situation to ensure visitor safety. I want our residents to find comfort that when they call 911, they will receive first-class service and first-class time. Another priority will be to continue my team approach by working with the mayor and other departments to ensure that we are trying our best to combat drugs, crime, and neglected properties, all the while remaining fiscally responsible and continuing to maintain a balanced budget. When asked, why should people vote for you, my answer is simple. I have 12 years of on-the-job experience, and I have proven results. Similar to most cities across the nation, crime is always a major concern. As I previously mentioned, I want to ensure that our police department is the best equipped, trained, compensated, and supported. Over the last few years, I've heard the public asking for more officers on the street, and how can we do it quickly? As you may know, a national shortage has created a very high demand on our qualified officers. In order to recruit and retain the best officers, our wage committee passed one of the largest pay increases in city history for 2023. We just passed a new staffing model that the mayor discussed that will increase the number of officers on the street per shift by about 50 to 60%, along with making them one of the highest paid departments in the state of Indiana. I also was selected by Council President Hixenbaugh to chair ARPA Fund Disbursement Committee. While serving on this committee, along with my colleagues, we awarded close to $2 million of federal dollars to make a sudden impact on our infant, youth, and elderly population within the city of Mishawaka. I am proud to say that every recipient is a non-for-profit organization. I will also continue to focus my efforts on supporting economic development without excessive spending, working with School City of Mishawaka to remain a great city partner, and revitalizing our older neighborhoods. Thank you again for your time this evening, and I hope you vote for Mammolenti. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Matt Mammolenti. We hear next from Republican Gloria Neidbalski.
Hello, I am Gloria Neidbalski, a long-term resident of Mishawaka, where my husband Chris and I settled 19 years ago. Making Mishawaka our home was the best decision we made. We have 4 daughters, of which 3 attended local Mishawaka schools. We have owned a successful appraisal business for over 2 decades here in Mishawaka. My decision to run for Common Council at large stems from my deep-rooted belief in giving back to the community that has given so much to our family. Our daughters have a strong desire to continue our family business, and I am fully dedicated to ensuring that the community in which they work and reside remains both safe and prosperous. I have a diverse set of qualifications that make me well suited to serve in the role of Common Councilwoman. I've been a real estate appraiser in the area for 22 years. I was a review appraiser for a local bank for 2 years and reviewed appraisals all over the state of Indiana. I have valuable insight into the real estate market in St. Joseph County and surrounding areas. My ability to conduct thorough research and analysis is a critical skill that can aid in making well-informed decisions on local policies, developmental projects, and land use planning. My experience in assessing property values enables me to contribute insights on tax policies. I have a degree from IU South Bend and hold an Indiana Appraiser Certified license. I continually update my knowledge by taking continuing education classes to stay current with the market trends and developments. In addition to owning and managing a successful business, I have also experienced owning and managing a franchise. My experience in both business and community involvement equips me with the skills and knowledge necessary to make a positive impact in Mishawaka's Common Council. My top priorities as Common Councilwoman would be to focus on issues that matter to the residents of Mishawaka. This would be addressing local concerns, supporting economic development, and commitment to making sound financial decisions on the city budget, expenditures, taxes that would benefit the citizens of Mishawaka. People should vote for me because I bring a unique combination of experience as a business owner, a mother, a community volunteer. My background as an appraiser and business owner means that I understand the local economy and can make informed decisions that benefit Mishawaka. I am committed to common sense leadership and understand how to get things done. Furthermore, my passion for giving back to the community is evident through my volunteer work. By electing me, you are choosing a candidate who is dedicated to serving Mishawaka. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Gloria Neidbalski. Next, we hear from the final 6 of 6 candidates for Mishawaka Common Council at large, Ashley Portolese-Miller.
My name is Ashley Portolese-Miller, and I'm running for Mishawaka Common Council at large. I am running for many different reasons. Usually when asked, why am I running? I like to say that I'm running because I feel it is my civic duty. I was born and raised in Mishawaka, and now my husband and I are raising our 2 sons here. I've seen how generations of my family have served our community in countless ways. including my father, who is a retired Mishawaka firefighter, and my grandfather, who served as the Mishawaka Chief of Police. I have a deep-rooted sense of responsibility to our city. I am personally invested in the future, betterment, and safety of Mishawaka. I could stand up here and talk about my work experience, but I feel the real qualifications of responsibility, like serving as a member of the council, lies within personal character. So let me tell you how I would define myself as a person. I am someone with integrity. I know we aren't in an English class right now, but let me read the definition of the word. Integrity is the adherence to moral and ethical principles. It's a soundness of moral character. It's honesty. I'm not a person who can be morally coerced or swayed. I never have been. Saying that, I am always open to listening and hearing all sides before making an informed and educated choice. I am dedicated. I don't do anything half-heartedly. With all that I do, I am fully committed. I have a love for our great city of Mishawaka. With that love comes a sense of responsibility to help it grow and keep it the wonderful and safe place that it is today. First and foremost, my top priority is serving and representing my fellow citizens of Mishawaka, to be there to listen and act as a voice for them. Secondly, to increase transparency and accountability regarding the city's budget. Times are hard for all of us right now. My husband and I both work. We have a family. We understand how the choices our council make directly affect us and our neighbors. I believe there needs to be more inclusion when it comes to choices being made by the council. There is a need to make fiscally responsible choices. And lastly, stand with and represent the city employees that make our city what it is. With all that I've just said, I hope the residents of Mishawaka better understand who I am as a person. I hope that they can see that I am a sound choice to become a member of the council who will help make responsible and common sense choices for our city and its residents. I am here as someone who is not out of touch. I am a Mishawaka citizen here to represent my fellow Mishawaka neighbors. Together, we can continue to build a better, safer, and more prosperous Mishawaka for generations to come. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight.
Thank you very much, Ashley. We turn now to Mishawaka Common Council districts. Each person lives in a particular geographic area known as a district. If you're not sure which one you're in, you can go to vote411.org, enter your address, and the candidate for you will pop up and it will tell you what district is yours. Some of the candidates, most of the candidates are here this evening, and we will hear from them in order of district, starting with District 1. District 1, Democrat, Dale Woody Emmons.
Good evening. My name is Dale Woody Emmons, and I'm a candidate for the 1st District Council seat in the city of Mishawaka. I'm running because I love Mishawaka. I love the district that I live in. I was born and raised in that district. I'm a lifelong resident of Mishawaka, of the 1st District, graduated from Mishawaka High School and ISU with a bachelor's degree in education. I've been on the Mishawaka School Board for 20 years. I served at the state level for 7 years, and being president at the local level for 7 years. I served at the national level for 4 years. I have served presently on the city council for 20 years. I'm looking to serve another 4 years. I have served on a number of committees while being on the council, and I've been a liaison between the city council and school city of Mishawaka. I've been married to my lovely wife Barb for 56 years. I have 2 children, Steve and Christy. I have 7 grandchildren, 5 great-grandchildren, all under the age of 3. 3 of them under age 4 months. Why do I want to serve on the council? It's because I believe in Mishawaka. I believe in safe neighborhoods. I believe in good paying jobs that we bring industry and businesses in. I believe in quality housing. I believe in single family homes so that we can have children to attend our schools. Because if we don't have great schools, we can't bring in businesses and industry to support our tax base. We need excellent schools. Why should you vote for me? It's easy. I have the qualification to be a good councilman. I'm engaged in the district that I live in, which is the 1st district. I hold monthly meetings, and I've been doing this for 20 years to listen to the concerns of my constituents so we can address those concerns. And at the end, I feel that I am the best qualified candidate to serve my constituents and Mishawaka in the 1st district and in the community. Thank you.
Okay, so that is District 1, Dale Woody Emmons. The other candidate in that race is Debbie Tassel-Weber, and she is not here this evening, so we are going to move to Mishawaka Common Council District 2. Candidates are Republican Mike Belvich and Democrat Matt Carroll, and we are going to hear now from Matt Carroll.
Thank you all for coming tonight, and thanks to the League of Women Voters and Neidbalski for doing this, and thanks to Elizabeth for doing such a good job on the scene tonight. I appreciate that. So I'm Matt Carroll. I'm running for the 2nd District Council seat. I'm not born into Mishawaka, but I've been. It's been an honor to have been adopted by the community about 20 years ago when came to Bethel College, and my wife and I liked it so much we stayed around and became permanent residents. So I've been here almost 20 years. I've been in the 2nd District about 16 of the years. We have 2 kids. Both of them have gone to Mishawaka schools. And if you ever walk by our house, you probably met our dog, who will definitely make his presence known if you come by. So, now, as far as why I'm running, I'm hoping to give a new voice to the voters of the 2nd District, one that's forward-looking, looking to make investments into Mishawaka's future. Coming to Mishawaka, I taught at Mishawaka High School for 5 years, so got to know that system very well in my time there. As a teacher, I was also a union officer and served on the negotiating team and gained some valuable experience in public service, understanding how negotiations can be successful. After I left teaching, I became financial advisor with Edward Jones Investments, so I do that now. Been doing that for, I believe this is my 11th year. So I'm hoping to bring some expertise in the finance area to the council. After I left teaching, I became a member of the Mishawaka Education Foundation, where I served as a board member, vice president, and president. Served about 8 years on the Education Foundation, a wonderful organization, a lot of work in the community with them. As far as education, like I said, I graduated from Bethel College with a degree in education, and currently I'm working on a master's in finance through the College for Financial Planning. As far as top priorities go, one thing that I've learned working in public service is that it's really about people. And as far as people goes, the main priority that every person wants is to know that they're safe. So public safety is absolutely top priority, making sure that our public safety employees have everything that they need to be successful in their jobs. And that keeps our community feeling safe. I've knocked on about 2,500 doors since I started this in my first foray in politics. And that's by far the number one concern that I've heard is making sure that their neighborhood is taken care of and that they feel safe. Whether that's safe as far as crime, or whether it's safe just making sure that the roads are taken care of, that traffic is slowed down so that they can feel like their kids can go outside and be safe there. Second thing is education. The city council gets to choose a school board seat for Mishawaka schools. I want to make sure we put good, level-headed people who understand education on the school board of Mishawaka, and that it doesn't become a platform for somebody to push an agenda, because again, that's about the kids. And good people who understand education and understand kids and their growth and development, that's absolutely one of my top priorities. So again, why should people vote for me? I'm hoping that people who want their voice to be heard in the second district will see me as a good candidate to do that for them. Again, bringing financial expertise to the council, knowing how to look at budgets, knowing how to look at things like bond issuance and understand the nuances of that on a deep level, and understanding how public institutions work in our life. Again, hoping to just look towards investing in Mishawaka's future in the second district and giving the people a voice that will listen to them, that cares about them, and can make sure that their communities and schools stay safe. Appreciate your time, and again, asking the voters of the second district for your vote, and hopefully we can move forward together. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And again, that was District 2 candidate, Matt Carroll. We turn now to District 4. In Common Council District 3, Tony Hazen is running unopposed. And District 4 is a contested race, and both candidates are here with us this evening. We start first with Democrat Shelli.
Bear with me, public speaking is not my forte, public service is. So if I fumble over a word, offer me grace. I am Shelli Treeley, and I moved to Mishawaka, specifically to the 4th District because of the river walk many years ago. Who would have thought it would be what it is now? And I think we can thank the mayor and the council for that. I am a public school teacher, and that by far qualifies me to be an excellent Mishawaka Common Council representative. I have lived under budget cuts. I have lobbied on behalf of public education. I have sat in the office of Senator Rogers and Senator Neidbalski. I have sat in the office of Dale Louann and the office of Maureen Bauer. I have sat in all of their offices, and I have spoken to them on behalf of public education, and I'm proud of that. I am also a small business owner, and while it is not my livelihood, I understand the uniqueness of trying to survive in a world where it's hard. So I credit that. Another reason why I am running and feel qualified for the position is because I'm a grandma. And I'm a grandma of children who live and play in the area. For example, this venue, I rented it twice for my granddaughter's party. Where you're sitting at was filled with a bunch of 8-year-olds. I also rented the gym, and I can tell you anything, if you're not utilizing our parks and services, I would encourage you to do that. They are phenomenal venues, and they are phenomenal staff to work with. Far above anything else, public safety is my number one concern for Mishawaka, as I'm sure everyone in this room is too. But how do we get to be where we're at? We make sure that we have our public first responders the best trained and the best compensated in the state, or we're going to be struggling to retain employees. I don't want our Mishawaka firefighters to be 117th on the list. I want to make sure that we compensate them and train them well for the job that they do. because one of my grandchildren is a little naughty, and he's going to need 911 services when he jumps from the tall rope structure at Central Park. I know that now. So I encourage you to support your first responders in any way that you can. So, this is where I probably fumble a little. I've spoken a lot to many different people in Mishawaka when I canvassed. And every time I canvassed, I would ask them, please give me one word that comes to mind when you think of Mishawaka. And I made a word cloud on my Facebook. My Facebook page is my most active social media presence. I encourage you to look at that to see what the people have said. We do really great things in Mishawaka. If you're not aware of word cloud, the more opportunities you say, but the more times the word is said, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Home, community, parks are the biggest words on there, as they should be. That's not why you're electing me to be your representative. You're electing me for those little words. Racism, trash pickup, sidewalks. Those are the words that need the help. We know what we're doing really well. You can see that. But we do need a little bit of new ideas, new energy, and new people on the council. And I guarantee you I'm that person. I'm a teacher. I assign homework, right? This is not when I'm going to be assigning homework. You're going to be giving it to me. My constituents have already given it to me. They said, you want to find out about Mishawaka, you take public transportation. And I thought, I am a woman of privilege. I do take public transportation when I'm on vacation, but I don't take public transportation in my own neighborhood. So I took a field trip, and it was powerful. I learned a lot with Lacy Hahn, and when we went on our field trip, we talked to the people, and we understood their concerns. That's why you would be electing me. So, look at that, 10 seconds. I'm going to end there with saying, please look up Shelli Treeley on Facebook, elect Shelli Treeley, to find out more about me. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Shelli Treeley. We hear next from Republican Kate Voelker, who is also seeking your vote in District 4.
So you listen to this, and of course I'm kind of far down the line now, and I'm listening to everybody talking, and I'm thinking, I should have said that. I should have said that. Of course I should have said that. Of course I want to do that. So what you're getting from me today is my stream of conscious of what's top of mind for me. So my name's Kate Voelker. I've been serving the 4th District for the City of Mishawaka since 2012. It's been really an honor. I've loved it. I thought I was a volunteer when I was caucused in 2012 and was very surprised to receive a paycheck. But I would also tell you that you will not retire on the paycheck that you get from the City of Mishawaka. I've lived here for 32 years. My husband Mark and I have raised 4 children. I'm proud to say that they're all doing great and no one's living in our basement. I'm a former nonprofit executive, and I currently have a small business as a senior move manager, so I help people move and downsize. I love serving my constituents, especially when I can help them solve problems by connecting them. I'm persistent, passionate, and I ask a lot of questions. I'm qualified to serve because I'm an American citizen. I'm over 21 and I live in the city. In addition, with nearly 11 years of experience and good relationships with our department heads, I know where to go to get answers. I've worked hard to understand our budget, funding mechanisms, community policing, code enforcement, engineering, infrastructure improvements, business development, and zoning. I'm willing to devote time and energy into helping neighborhoods solve problems from substandard housing, with people still living there, to criminal activity, to paving issues. I've been around long enough that people know they can count on me to help. My number one priority is making Mishawaka a great place to live by listening, striving to understand other points of view, asking questions, and using data to make good decisions. My daily concerns revolve around neighborhoods. I believe the 4th District is the most beautiful in the city, with a tremendous amount of development. It's an exciting place to be. However, the neighborhoods in the 4th District are very diverse and the housing stock is mature. To that end, as chair of the Historic Preservation Commission and a member of the ARPA Commission that Matt mentioned earlier, with the help from the Redevelopment Commission in the city, we were able to develop a neighborhood improvement program with the School City of Mishawaka Building Trades. They are currently not only building a new home in Mishawaka, but they are also rehabilitating a home that is actually going to be torn down. It's right next to the old Burns rental and across the street from Patel Park. I'm very excited about it. The Historic Preservation Commission is involved in doing some choosing historic colors and fixtures, but they're doing a great job. And when they finish this home and sell it, they will use the proceeds to buy another home that needs to be rehabilitated in a neighborhood in Mishawaka. One home at a time, just like we do with our homes. When you make an investment in your home, you're improving your neighborhood, and I'm really proud of this program. One of the things I'm also really interested in is we've all identified, or if we haven't today, rentals tends to be a problem for not only public safety, for code enforcement, for all kinds of health department, for all kinds of reasons. I've asked our building department and code enforcement to think about a rental inspection program. While rentals aren't the only houses that have problems, there certainly seem to be the majority, and that will be a priority for me as we move forward. I also support youth in our community through 2 different initiatives. As the co-chair of the Community Collaborative Committee for the School City of Mishawaka, the committee was tasked with researching and making recommendations to the school board about the referendum and other upcoming projects. I also serve on a committee with the United Way to bring youth and family programming to Mishawaka neighborhoods through one roof. That project will be housed in the former Mishawaka City Hall. It was also partially funded by ARPA, and then also in collaboration with the City of Mishawaka. I think you should vote for me because of my experience, passion, persistence, attention to detail, and innovative thinking. They're an asset to the citizens of Mishawaka. The initiatives that I'm involved in and have proposed will continue to make Mishawaka a better place, and I am committed to following through on them. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much, Kate Voelker, District 4. Now, we started off the evening with an uncontested candidate, Mayor Dave Wood, speaking to us about his vision moving forward for the city of Mishawaka. We know that as voters, you have a choice not just between 2 candidates who may be on your ballot or 3 of 6 candidates who may be on your at-large ballot, but you also have the choice whether or not to vote for a candidate who's uncontested. And we do see those results in the numbers that come back and are reported on election night. We appreciate those candidates who are running uncontested who still want to share their vision with voters and keep in contact with the voters, whether here or online, or folks who may watch the video later. And so we will hear next from Districts 5 and 6 candidates, starting with District 5, Democrat Tony Violi.
Good evening. Good evening. I do join Mayor Wood and Tony Hazen and Ron Banicki as unopposed candidates, but unlike them, I'm a first-time candidate, so this is an exciting time for me, and thank you for having me here tonight. My name is Tony Violi, and I'm running for the city of Mishawaka's 5th District Common Council seat because I do love Mishawaka. I've lived in Mishawaka's 5th District my entire life. Raised by my Italian immigrant parents, Dominic and Maria Violi, I grew up in a house on Oaken Lawrence Street, and I've always called Mishawaka my home. I attended St. Monica's grade school and John Young in 9th grade, and graduated from Mishawaka High School in 1981. I earned a business degree majoring in accounting and business administration from IUSB, and since 1985, I've worked alongside Jeff Deitchley, CPA, and our office is located on Ray Street near our thriving and beautiful downtown Mishawaka. To put it simply, I want to be a part of a team that will help its continued growth and incredible opportunities for all the citizens in Mishawaka. I've been involved in many community organizations, projects, and activities, and feel it is time for me to step up and serve the public good in Mishawaka. I want to make sure that all of our traditional neighborhoods are cared for and maintained while balancing opportunities for growth and new infrastructure throughout the city. Mishawaka may not be a big city by definition, but it is a growing city. I've been an accountant, like I said, in Mishawaka for over 35 years, which I feel gives me experience in helping prepare city budgets and other financial matters. Working in a public accounting office has also taught me people skills and collaborating with clients on all types of business and personal tax issues, along with financial situations of all types. My professional experience also has involved consulting with people on all kinds of personnel solutions, both business-related and private matters. I am currently a member of the Mishawaka Park Board and Mishawaka Bond Bank, which has helped me prepare for the challenges I would face as a city council member. I've been a member of many finance committees working on budgets, and I've learned many organizational skills that would be useful as a council member. Preparing and submitting a fair and productive budget requires many hands, and I want to be part of the team that will help achieve this. Some of my top priorities would be to continue to make our first responders top priority by supporting all of our public safety personnel, equipment, and facilities. With the new 12-hour shift model, Mishawaka will now have more police officers patrolling our streets. The increase in pay will also help Mishawaka retain and attract officers to our police force. The goal would always be to keep our public safety departments fully funded. I would also be in favor of increased funding for technology to protect our citizens. Additional and functional security cameras, emergency call boxes in our parks and our river walk will be a priority. The city will be building a new brand new fire station, larger fire station, number 2, on McKinley by Liberty School, which is in my district. We need to make sure that our firefighters and paramedics are also taken care of. Keeping and attracting new talent to the Mishawaka Fire Department will need to be addressed in the coming months. Creating safe, clean, and strong neighborhoods and schools in every corner of Mishawaka is a priority. As I stated earlier, I am a product of both parochial and public schools, and I believe that there is a need for both. I would work with city government to make sure that our schools continue to get better, to educate the children of Mishawaka. Why should people vote for me, other than I'm unopposed? I'm all in with Mishawaka. My fellow citizens will get a hard-working, accessible council member that will always do what is best for the 5th District of Mishawaka and the entire city. I will always work with my fellow council members and not against them to ensure what we all do that it is best for the city of Mishawaka. I will always welcome dialogue from my fellow citizens, other council members, city officials, striving to achieve the best outcome for our city. I may not agree with everything presented to me, but I will always consider the information and work towards the best solution for everyone. As Mayor David would have stated in the past to me, and to all of you probably, city above party. That would be my mindset throughout my term as a city councilman. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you very much, Tony. And we hear next from Mishawaka Common Council District 6 candidate Ron Banicki, who is our final candidate for this evening.
Thank you. I'd like to thank the sponsors for this evening. My name is Ron Banicki. I'm currently the 6th District Councilman. I've been in office for 20 years. By default, like Mr. Violi, I've already voted for myself, so I have won. I own a small business on Great Road. I get to talk to a lot of people every day. I'm married, been married for 39 years. I have 2 children. I have 5 grandchildren. I think that I've worked very well with the administration and the council and just doing common sense type things. You know, if it doesn't pass the smell test, you let it go. Years ago, there was questions on, you know, we were building a new St. Joe Hospital, and we were talking about, well, you know, do we give a tax abatement to the medical office building because it was a huge project? And some folks said, well, you know, you're giving away taxes. Well, not really. It's the increase in taxes. So it's understanding things like the tax abatements and things. So we ended up giving them a 10-year tax abatement on the medical office building. But the reality is, had we not done that, St. Joe Hospital could have built that and would have been tax exempt. So the smart thing to do was actually give them the abatement, and for 10 years it phased in, and now they're paying taxes on that medical office building. And them are the types of things that you have to look at. You know, we can't give away the farm, but we have to make sure that we entice businesses and people to want to come here. We're doing the sports facility on Douglas Road. That's going to be a huge catch for us in the next 5, 10, 20 years. One thing that we've been waiting for is Capitol Avenue to catch fire. We haven't gotten much out of that yet, but sooner or later, the way that Mishawaka is going, we want to expand, and somebody will come, and we will get some development on Capitol Avenue. So I was the only guy without a speech because why not? So I will cut it short. My name is Banicki. Please vote for me if you can. If not, just vote. It doesn't matter who you vote for, just vote is very important. Thank you and have a nice evening.
That brings to a close the formal part of our program, and I neglected to introduce myself at the beginning, so I'll do that now. I'm Elizabeth Benny, and I'm a Chancellor Professor of Political Science at IU South Bend. It was interesting to hear how many of the candidates have received degrees from our local public institution. We always love to hear that. I also serve as Director of Community Engagement at the American Democracy Project at IU South Bend, where we try to get people, especially students and young people, engaged in their communities and engaged in the political process, regardless of their ideological or partisan background. My other position here this evening is as Director of Voter Services for the League of Women Voters, and I'd like to thank both organizations, American Democracy Project, in support of the Political Science Club, and the League of Women Voters in the South Bend area for sponsoring this event this evening, and those especially beginning to volunteer. We invite you to join us just across the hallway for a networking reception where you have an opportunity to talk informally with the candidates. And yes, I would like to echo the point that Mr. Banicki raised, which is that we hope that everybody will get out and vote. Again, if you're not quite sure which district you're in for those district races, you can go to Vote 411, see your district, and learn more about the candidates. And candidates are able to enter their own answers to survey questions at any time. So we thank you all for being here, and we hope that you'll share this information with others after, as it will be available online. So please join us across the hallway, and I'd like to give our biggest thanks to all the candidates